Welcome back to B-GHUD Videos. We are here today with Mr. Abraham Verghese. He was in London for about 45 years, where he also practiced as a barrister. Today we will be brainstorming certain words and phrases that we come across in IELTS across all modules. So, could you speak about the ethics in advertising? As a man of law, I'm sure you must have some idea regarding it.
I wonder. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure whether law comes into it, but certainly that methodology of thinking helps me to reach some very, very negative decisions about the ethics of advertising. They are a greedy bunch of capitalists who abuse the process because the process of exploiting the public, because the instruments of power that should control it are easily bought over by the large amount of monies that advertising generates. There is a lot of rubbish that the advertisers produce, utter trash, and yet they are allowed to be shown on our screen. I take the view that the television is something that is my property. I pay for through a subscription to see the program I want, not to see the advertisements that keep flooding into it. When the program has got time to consider advertisements, they are not satisfied with that time. They then enter your program, take a blind spot at the bottom, take a side over there, take another line over there, and end up giving you a small screen, okay, and all these things flashing around. So what are you paying for? What are you paying for? You know, they lack ethics, and ethics may be a foreign word to people who are in advertising, especially the present crop, or maybe they also belong to the earlier crops. They must be strictly controlled, and they must be done, they must go through the process by people who are genuinely concerned about the welfare of society. And the abuse of these people, especially the TV companies who maximize the amount of monies, take away our rights from the screen, okay, without informing us, as if they have got priority over us, over our own property, and our right to buy a subscription or get a license to use certain forms of television. Right. Okay? So I have got no real kind words about the ethics of advertisers, excepting that advertisement is necessary because we need to sell our products, but it must be done in a genuine, positive manner, so that it does not take away anybody's rights. Right. And that is an abuse. It must be considered a criminal offense to do that, and that's where law comes in. If not, at least a civil offense. Right. All right?
Right. Thank you so much for your strong words.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I get very emotional with some stupid topics, not topics, but some stupid abuse of people by people, you know, right? The greed and the avarice of money is beyond comprehension.
So the next phrase is something that we will come across, or rather something that is encouraged to use in IELTS essay. It is in prioritizing things. Can you speak about it?
In prioritizing things, yes. Well, you see, in prioritizing things, you are taking a sequence of matters that come to your head when you consider a certain subject, when you have to consider a certain decision that you've got to make, when you consider your next move, okay? Now, I keep telling students, especially those who at one time or the other are likely to be writing essay topics, that the first thing you should do is, once you have read the questions fully and understood it and studied it, make a list of points that immediately flood your mind. Make it 1 to 20, 1 to 10, 5 to 25, or whatever, and then give it the proper priority. This is good for chapter 1, this is good for introduction, this is good for chapter 2, this is part of my argument, and so on. Now this will take no more than 4 or 5 minutes of your time, but then you will avoid making the mistake of jumping topics, giving an unclear picture of in your essay, and effectively putting the examiner off because he cannot or she cannot follow you.
Right.
So if you prioritize it, it becomes sequential, it becomes logical, it becomes an argument in support of your views, especially when the question is, do you believe in it or not? Do you agree with it or not? Or some similar kind of question in which both sides of the equation must be given, and you give more emphasis to your part of the equation that you wish to justify. So you prioritize it. I give it importance according to its value in your mind. Okay? I hope that is somewhat clear. I'm not sure. Okay?
Thank you so much, sir.
Not at all, my pleasure.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your years of experience with us through very simple topics, but it comes to show that you have earned a lot in terms of knowledge, and thank you for parting it to our students and our viewers. Thank you so much, sir.
Well, it worries me to think of the age that you are trying to reflect upon me. I'm sure it's not intentional, but at your age, it is not surprising. I am indeed grateful for the opportunity, and especially speaking with you and enjoying your company very much and helping me to lead on to say things that I had in my mind, and I hope I have satisfactorily explained it and that it will be useful to our students or whoever wishes to listen to it. Okay?
I'm sure, sir.
Thank you very much.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Namaste.